Yeah, Rosemary was the co-host, and Betty was brought in. Mike always brought in people to make his co-host more comfortable. She brought Betty in, brought me in, and Betty got out there and would just knock them dead. She was great. She sang and everything went. And I came out, and by golly, I did too. I had a couple of good stories, and folks were laughing, and it was and Mike says, "Have you got any more of those?" You know. So I would tell another couple of stories, and I saying, "You know what? This syndicated national television, it's a snap. Are you kidding me? These people love me. I'm in." Next person out was Omar Sharif. I'll tell you, it was at the height of his popularity. He apparently is one of the most attractive men in history. It was lost on me, obviously. He came out. I never saw myself disappear so quickly. Oh, man, I was absolutely into oblivion just that quickly. I said, maybe this is a little tougher than I thought. Yeah, that was a comeuppance and a good lesson.
But did that appearance there with Mike Douglas help your local show?
Oh, sure. All of those things did. As a matter of fact, we were offered another show, a syndicated show. We were offered a syndicated show by post-Newsweek stations, which were all over the place, as you know, Washington, D.C. and down in Florida. They were terrific. They called themselves the Westinghouse Mafia. They had left Westinghouse, that great conglomerate group, and gone to post-Newsweek. And they had started the Mike Douglas Show. And they came to Cincinnati and saw our show and said, "Mike, this is pretty good. You know, we could make this our flagship show. Maybe send it down to Florida. Get it in Miami would be started." And so they came to the Maisonette restaurant in Cincinnati. We had this long talk, and we were talking contract. They went down and they found out that down in Miami, what we could not have, we couldn't take our band. We couldn't take our six-piece band. They had to have local band members or ghosts for each of them. That is to say, if you brought musicians in, they could work for 6 months or less, but the terms were, but you would have to also hire a local musician. So you'd be paying double salaries and double syndicated.
It was union
salary.
regulation.
It was a union regulation, and there were other regulations which had to do with local, some political biases as well that were involved. And it wasn't just union; it was other considerations as well. So they said, you have the same. You have their words were, you have the same choice that Mike Douglas did when he left Cleveland to come to Philadelphia. You can leave your band behind and come on and do this thing. Well, it was different with us because we were, like I told you, a commune. We were friends. We all owned the same part of the show. We were very close and remain close to this day. And I talked to everybody and I said, I don't want to go down there without them. And so we didn't. And I've never regretted that decision.